Hi everyone and welcome back. In this third episode of the mini-series, we are going to talk about technical signals. So here are some of the highlights from the technical signals that Google's looking at to determine who ranks in the top 10. Number one, we've been warned for 2 years, 3 years. We need to be secure. You need to have an SSL certificate on your website. In fact, I'm going to say it doesn't matter if you sell anything on your website or not, you need to have that SSL certificate. I've noticed, especially in the last couple of days, myself using Chrome, that any site that doesn't have an SSL, I'm getting a warning that the site's not secure, even if it's not relevant for them to have an SSL. But the fact of the matter is that security is so important to Google and security is so important to the users that they're kind of forcing this upon us. It's a great industry for the SSL security certificate providers, which unfortunately I'm not really a part of, but I do know that they start around $35 a year. So if you're not secure, you need to get secure. Other highlights include, from technical signals, is an increased use of the H2 header. I think this is just people breaking up their content more. I don't necessarily think that that's going to be something that's going to determine if you rank or not. I think it's more of a side effect. This is my personal opinion. But they did find that there's an increased use of H2 headers. Surprise, surprise, not. Your top level domains are still making it in the top 10. Now, of course, no one will admit that they're giving priority to the top level domains. And by that, I mean .coms. But the reality is, those who are ranking in the top 10 are a .com. There's a couple reasons I think this could be. Number one, the other domain extensions are relatively new, and a lot of the sites that are ranking in the top 10 have been around for a couple of years. They've aged, whereas a lot of those other site extensions are relatively new in the last year or two. So they're not going to have the authority and the backlinks and the traffic in order to get into the top 10, depending on the query. I think .coms are given more of an authority automatically. I think that's a little bit subconscious, that we are more inclined to click on a .com because it's more of an authority site than some of the others. So just something to think about. Obviously, you already have a website up. You're not going to be switching everything over to a .com. But if you're thinking about setting up a website, I would actually try to really get a .com. Get creative and go for the .com. This is also something, the next two are related, that we've known for a long time, which is the site load speed, and the file sizes. People aren't going to wait around for your site to load. Graphics and videos are the number one things that slow down your website, and you need your website to be loading in under 5 minutes. There are lots of tools out there for you to analyze how fast your website is loading. Pingdom comes to my mind as one of the ones that I use to figure out how fast a page is loading or a site is loading, but you need to be speeding it up, especially considering 80% of people will look at a website on their mobile phone, and mobile phones need to be fast. And there's a lot of variables when it comes to loading on mobile phones, including the data speed of that area or their Wi-Fi. But if your site is loaded full of pictures and everything like that, and it's taken a long time to load, you're going to lose people. They're not going to stick around. So you need to be mobile friendly, you need to be responsive, and you need to be using AMP pages in order to make especially your mobile pages load faster. And that's why Google introduced AMP and started making it a priority, because the images and the graphics were slowing things down, and they had to say, hey, people want faster sites, and it's time for you to get your shit in order and start making your site faster. So something to consider. I'll have to post a link in the description, but there are different sites that will test the mobile speed versus the desktop speed, and Google has one as well, but there are other tools out there as well. So those are the elements. There are 5 in total for the technical signals that Google looks at when it comes to your website. In the next video, we're going to look at user experience. So we'll see you there.